Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and if everything works out and continues to work out, this, at, about 4 years late, is Plants vs. Zombies 2. Now, I have actually played this game for probably like 500 hours, maybe more. There's no way to tell, it's not like they track it. On a tablet that I bought specifically, to work. It was going to help me with my job, but also so that I could play Plants vs. Zombies 2 and record a video of it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that it's actually more complicated to record from a tablet than I realized. You need some type of external program. My tablet was actually pretty old. I got a deal on it. So I couldn't do it. Now, fast forward all the way to now, I finally have a decent computer. But this is the test, and also just to see if people are interested in me going further. I don't know. Again, the game's been out for so long. And, well, I never know what people are going to find entertaining. Anyway, there's my main file, my practice file that I was practicing for efforts to actually play the LP as much as I could without premium currency. And then there's going to be the LP file. The main reason I'm doing this now is that somewhat recently they had an update to the game where you can upgrade your plants, and that like changes everything. That definitely increases the longevity. But let's get into it. Let's see how this goes. Alright, my new file, Cross, completely fresh and new. PopCap Games presents Zombies and Plants fighting it out in Plants vs. Zombie 2. It's about time. It really is about time. It's about time travel. To different eras in time. Alright, I think I'm good on the fundamentals. I can explain that. So, we're at my house. Roll out the garden. So, let me just explain this for people who haven't watched... I played the entirety of Plants vs. Zombies 1. That link is available in the description if you are interested. But it is a tower defense game. It's a little bit different than certain other tower defense games just because of how it's laid out. But you build plants. First you build sun-generating plants. That's your currency to buy other plants. So you want your sunflowers. And then you can buy other plants that actually do damage to zombies that come down the lane. If the zombies get to your plants, they will start eating the plants and destroy them. If they get past all of your plants, they will get to these lawnmowers. The lawnmowers will launch and destroy an entire line of zombies, so you have an additional defense if they actually breach you. If they get past to a lane that does not have a lawnmower, they get into your house and they eat your brains. Obviously, not desirable. So that's pretty much the crux of the game. And because this is a mobile game and not the original game, there's also a bunch of like free-to-play aspects that unfortunately severely unbalance the game. Where if you use premium weapons that you can get, the stage will be way too easy. And sometimes if you don't use them, they will be almost impossible. Not impossible, but close to it. So let me just explain what I got out right now. We got the sun-generating plants that give me sun that lets me build all the other things. And I have to say, the advantage of doing this here instead of on a tablet is that I actually have a mouse cursor, so when I say sun generation, I can actually point to it. But we have those. Then we have the pea shooters. They're just your basic attack plant. They shoot one attack every second or so. And then we have the walnuts. These don't do any damage, but they have a lot of HP, so when the zombies start snacking on them, they won't be destroyed instantly. They buy you time, essentially. And then we have the potato mine. The potato mine goes in the ground and is completely vulnerable in this state, but eventually it pops up and becomes so deadly that it destroys almost any zombie in one hit. There are zombies that can survive it, and it would take 2 hits, but he's really strong. This buckethead zombie, boom, insta-dead, because he fell to the power of the potato mine. And also there's coins and stuff, blah, blah, blah. This shows, like, the zombie progress. Once it gets to a flag, there's a gigantic wave of zombies that will come. And that's happening right now. Set up another potato mine here. 2 rows of pea shooters should be pretty good. But these guys are the only ones left. If you're confident that you are kicking ass, you can hit fast forward. It doesn't... Did that actually do anything? That didn't look like that was fast forwarding. Alright, another weird quirk. The other issue is it's... Oh, it is. Alright, they're firing faster. It's going to be harder to play this game, though, on a computer than on a tablet, because it was made for the tablet. Like, I was playing a little bit before, and it's just harder to do things, but we'll see how it works. It looks like we have Tabasco sauce. Hey, neighbor. Can I borrow that hot sauce? I've been holding on to this taco forever. Oh, that was amazing! I want to eat that taco again. I need my time machine. Her name is Penny, and I'm Crazy Dave, but you can call me Crazy Dave. Finally, another user who can process my queries. Let me postulate. Dave wants to go back in time to eat his taco again. She's so smart. Now, let's go after my taco. I mean, I'm not saying... I mean, you could probably just eat a different taco, right? Welcome to ancient Egypt. Please wait 4,500 years for your taco to be ready. More or less. That doesn't smell right. I'm sure my taco is around here somewhere. In the meantime, these plants were made for planting. So now we've gone... We're stuck in the past because Dave is, bad at knowing how to cook an additional taco. I don't know. The entire plot of the game, actually, that stretched through, like, I think, like, 2 years, was pursuing his taco. But, obviously, we didn't go from point A to point taco. There's a lot of interludes we're gonna have to make along the way. So we are in ancient Egypt. Now, every single stage has different themed zombies as well as different themed plants, but there is always the core that you can use, and you can use any plants that you get from previous stages in new stages. I think you usually have to get about halfway through an entire stage, because there's like 30 levels in each stage. Some of them have less, some of them have a little bit more. But I'll explain that guy in a little bit. But, after you get about halfway through, you can go to a new world. I, however, will very likely be, not going to a new world until I complete the old one. Unless, I mean, this is still an experiment. I still don't know if my recording is gonna even go off straight. We shall see. I'll keep it symmetrical to now. I know that some people get a little bit neurotic when I'm not symmetrical, but I make no promises to do that in the future. I kinda like this. This is like a little artistic design here. But that other zombie, it was called like the sun zombie or the Ra zombie, I don't really remember. But it will steal your sun if you don't collect it fast enough, so you want to make sure that you collect it before he does that. Because that is a little bit annoying. Another Tatomon there. And the game's gonna get a little bit more complicated after a few stages, but these ones are just the setup stages. Let her speed up. I don't have a lot of worry that these guys are gonna get me. Yeah, he actually got some sun. Now, even if he gets the sun, if you kill him, you can get it back. I don't know if you get all of it back, but you can get some of it back. I mean, I kind of want to test that, actually. Let's test it there. He just stole a whole bunch of sun. Yep, alright, I got it all back. So it's not even that big of a threat. It's not like it's permanently drained away from you. If it was, that would certainly be way more concerning. Well, I mean, not even in this stage. This stage, it wouldn't be that concerning, because, these guys are wimps. Alright, blast them into oblivion! Blah! Kill, yeah, alright. Losers ahead. Alright. That potato mine gets to live. He exploded into a map. Alright, Ancient Egypt, Day 1, complete. Alright, the map of time... Alright, map of space-timeness. A parchment of ancient lands with cosmic implications. Good news! Penny found a map to my taco! No, that is a space-time map to the worlds we could explore. Mummies and pirates and cowboys! Oh my! We should be able to find some way to access the other worlds. For now, we're ready to press on in ancient Egypt. So you can get a little preview of all the worlds that you can explore. When I first started playing this, there was only 3 worlds. And it looks like they have completely changed the order of the worlds to something that actually made freaking sense, because, it used to be this one. Oh my god, it's like second to last now, yeah. This world was like the hardest world they released, until, I guess, the final world, which is the last one, modern day, when you go back to the present. It was so hard, it was unfairly hard, and I think the ice caves came right after that. But anyway, they fixed it. They fixed some of the horrible things that happened since I played, but alright. Let's move on to the next stage. Hopefully I can unlock some of the other features in this video. I should be able— oh god, he said something, I clicked it. Blah, blah. To be precise, is a world map where you can find plants that can help us. User Dave, there are more important things at hand than let's go find my taco! Sorry, I had to stop recording for a bit, so I'm a little bit distracted. There's issues with recording on a screen like this, because, like, a Facebook message just popped up in the middle of the screen, it was recorded, and I'm like, alright. Those plants look hungry. Okay, now this is where Plants vs. Zombies 2 greatly starts to differ from Plants vs. Zombies 1. If only there was something you could feed them. Plant food is packed with vitamins and minerals. It's an essential part of a complete Vectfist. So you use plant food, and it makes your plant flip out. It will save you in a pinch and is actually kind of necessary. So use plant food to take out these zombies. Alright, now defeat the Buckethead. This is a Buckethead being defeated by a pea shooter pretty much instantly. Well, almost instantly. At the very least, it did a lot of damage, but you can see how that's extremely useful and necessary. Now, glowing zombies have plant food. So, you can get plant food in the middle of the stage. There are other ways to get plant food, though, if you're really in a pinch. And that's where the free-to-play unbalance starts to come in, unfortunately. But, it is what it is. And every plant has a different effect when you give it plant food. I wonder if plant food works on other types of plant. I mean, that's what I just said, Dave, so maybe you should be more astute. Maybe you can't hear me, because you got a bucket on your head. It's possible. Alright, but now plant food has been introduced. That is the first different mechanic. The mechanic that's going to be the hardest for me to do on the screen has to do with these weird one-time use attacks on zombies that you have to do with, like, finger sweeping. And you can sort of simulate it with a mouse, but it's a little bit wonky from what I tried. But we'll see. The idea that I'm going to try for this Let's Play is to try to use as little premium currency as possible to beat each stage. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that doesn't even probably make entire amounts of sense to you since you don't know what the premium attacks are yet. Or you do, because you've seen this game before, because it's been out since 2013, not 3. 2003 would be really crazy. So this Buckethead is going to be taken out by this potato mine. If I didn't have that potato mine, I don't know what the hell I would do against him. But that is that. So I'm going to make 2 rows of sunflowers. Really not necessary, especially this early on. But, I don't know. Might as well. It'll give me double the sun. So I can always have a pea shooter available. Of course, it really doesn't matter, though, because pea shooters are cheap. I mean, I'd have enough for one right now if some jerk didn't go and steal my sun. I got it back. I actually kind of like letting them steal a whole bunch of sun and then killing them, because they just explode. It's like a supernova of sun. Here. Alright, I think we get it. I can't click it, it's moving too fast. Oh, I can't click it because I already have full... Alright. You can only carry 3 plant food at a time. So if you have 3, you might as well use it. Also, let me just show you... Oh, there's a gem. That is premium currency. I'm gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna use plant food on it. And you'll notice it turned to metal. Then we have this. Use it on it. Has 2 effects. 1, it immediately readies. And 2, it copies itself 2 times randomly. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna use this here. And to beat this jerk, we're gonna put another thing over there. Also, if you need sun in a pinch, delete a plant. Oh, it should have given me sun. Oh, is that an upgrade? I think there's an upgrade later on where if you delete plants, you get sun. But yeah, okay. I don't have that yet. Never mind! I got that so long ago, I forgot that it wasn't a default thing that you always said. Oot! First new plant available. This plant was from Plants vs. Zombies 1, and you didn't get it until way late in the game. But yeah, Cabbage Bolt. Hurls cabbage over obstacles at the enemy. Now, each level also has a gimmick to it. And the gimmick in this level makes these cabbage bolts useful. Penny, look! Above my head! It's a travel log! What's that? Travel log? You provide guidance and progress rewards! The travel log is not actually speaking, User Dave. Thanks, travel log. Whatever you say. Now, this was also not available when I first started playing the game. But you can do little quests. And you get things for the quests. Is it? Oh, it's making me play the level that I was already going to go to, I'm pretty sure. I found some spare change. Penny, you're finally making sense. Hey, neighbor, have some moolah. Why? 'Cause I'm crazy. Alright, now we can spend coins on plant food. It's 1,000 monies will get you 1 plant food. If things get rough, you can stock out. This is why the game is unbalanced. Any stage that is too hard can be beaten by throwing copious amounts of money at it. And if you just play long enough, you can just gain that money and just beat any stage instantly. It takes a while. It could take a few days if you're not spending money, maybe a week or so, but eventually you can just default win against the stage. Now, the advantage that the Cabbage Bolt has over the pea shooter is that it arcs its shot and hits the zombies directly. Now, this doesn't matter normally unless you're dealing with these bad boys. These are gravestones. Gravestones are just in your way. They just block your shot. That's all they do. But, with the Cabbage Bolt, it will attack a gravestone if there is no zombie in the way. However, if there is a zombie in the way, it will directly attack the zombie. So, no reason to use the pea shooter now that I have the Cabbage Bolt. Later on, there is advantages to just using the pea shooter, basically in, like, upgrade form, and its powered-up plant food attack thing is different than the pea shooters. It's actually... It's better in some situations and worse than others, basically. And once there's a few more zombies on the screen, I will show it. Got that. The screen is so much bigger that I have to move my mouse. Like, oh, fuck. Gonna get carpal tunnel here. You. Alright, good. There's enough zombies on the screen to show it. This shoots a cabbage at every zombie on the screen for heavy damage. So it's really good when there's a bunch of, like, small zombies. It's not as good if you're trying to pinpoint, like, a bucket head or something, because it's not going to damage the bucket head too much. But, you know, it's a decent. I'm going to set up a block here, and just put a pea shooter here. I said that I wasn't going to say symmetrical forever, and it has happened. And I apologize if your neuroses is setting off. But, oh wait, it actually is kind of symmetrical, isn't it? If I just put a... if I put a walnut there, it'll be perfectly fine. But I shouldn't, out of principle. Let's give him an old cabbage blast. Alright, got a gem. Gems can buy some upgrades that can only be bought with gems. Alright, I've gone symmetrical again, I had to. It was in my heart. Stop sounding so creepy, zombies. Bam! What's also nice about the Cabbage Bolt one is it doesn't matter which Cabbage Bolt you use, it's gonna hit everyone equally. Without bias upon which lane it's on. But now we got bucket heads and a cone head, so the cabbage thing didn't do a lot of damage, but I can focus fire right through that guy and into him. Now he's very severely hurt. So he's a lot closer to doom. Let's put on a... I don't need to put a block on him, actually. Let's make more guns. Yep, he's dead. Dead. Done. Gonzo. So as this is a final wave, there's no reason not to go buck wild with this. Let me just make sure they're all on. Oh, the stage also has tornadoes. I forgot about that. The tornadoes basically just cause the zombies to move up faster. Cabbage! I should have used focus fire there. Or the pea shooter. I don't know why I'm calling it focus fire. But I guess that's because it describes what it does. It focuses on one enemy as opposed to spreading out attacks. Now, as I'm worried that something bad is going to happen, and that these guys are going to get through, I'm going to start setting up a potato mine right now to take care of them. I think it should be ready by the time they get there. Because I'm not taking out that bucket head with what I got. If I had used the pea shooter power, it would have been fine. Oh, this is going to be close enough. We got it. That can take out 2 zombies at once if they are close together, and they most certainly were. Alright. Win world keys. In 5 stage, I'll be able to go to another world, but I will not do that until I beat this world. So this is a new plant, 2 plants versus zombies. The boomerang is... What is it? Boomerang flower? Boomerang weed? I don't remember. It's gonna tell me. Oh, it's the bloomerang! It blooms. So I can complete this quest. Yeah! Ooh, and I get a pinata thingy. This is new. Money! Oh, and that's to level up plants. Plant leveling up is a completely new concept to Plants vs. Zombies pretty recently, unless I sit on this video for a very long time. This is the first time that I'm going to be playing through the game actually with levels, so maybe it'll be more balanced now. Or it'll be even more unbalanced. Maybe they increase the difficulty to accommodate for the fact that everything's going to be leveled up now. I don't know. I'm in uncharted territory. Alright, I'm going to do at least the next stage. You know what would be helpful? A place where you can read about plants and zombies. You mean like the interactive almanac? Nah, that would never work. Yeah, let's click on the interactive almanac. So, they want me to take the seed packets out and level up the pea shooter. Boom! So now it recharges faster, which means I can select it faster, and I don't think it... Did it do more damage? Yeah, it's doing a little bit more damage. Which is crazy, this changes everything. Tap find more to see if there are more seeds for each blah 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 blah. Oh. Let's see, complete the ancient Egypt quest in the travelogue to win pinatas. Alright, cool. But for now, I want to upgrade my walnut. This is also nice because it costs money to upgrade in addition to the seeds. I have on my main file like $250,000, like $200,000. And there was nothing to spend it on, so, like, I had already bought everything. So besides, like, using power-up upgrades to just destroy levels, there was nothing, or getting plant food on a level. But now there's actually more to spend it on. But yeah, you can see the little descriptions of the sunflowers and the pea shooter. And this was actually one of my favorite parts of playing the original game, was reading the descriptions of the different plants, because a lot of them were just, you know, clever. They made them seem like the plants had personality. So they weren't just a tower, they were a tower with a heart and a backstory. If you want to read those, I guess you gotta pause it. And we got the zombies. You got your garden variety zombie. He hates the term basic, but you know. He's basic. He's a basic zombie. He's not a bad zombie. Traffic cone zombie. And then bucket zombie. Bucket zombies are really hard to kill. There's no part where they just get, like, really easy and you can ignore them. They're always kind of rough. And the flag zombie is exactly like the regular zombie, but it holds a flag and it signifies a wave. Then every single stage is going to have a version of these basic zombies. So he's got the cobra cone instead of a traffic cone. He's got a sand bucket. And, of course, the flag. I mean, he's not even really that different. I guess he's got the bandages. But then they have the special zombies. So it was the Ra zombie. I was thinking sun zombie, but I believe Ra is the Egyptian sun god, so that makes... Oh, they even said it here. I wanted to show off my knowledge. Now they made it seem like I just read that thing. These are upgrades that you can get eventually that will permanently affect you. Carrying more plant food, starting with 25 sun. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a nice little boost just to have that extra sun. But you have to get to that stage in order to get it, and that is quite a ways off. That is going to take me a while. But let's go to stage 4 at least. I think I might just go and pack it and edit this today and see what people's response are to it. No need for sun. Plants are coming via special delivery. So I believe this is going to be a conveyor belt stage. Let's see, you can speed things up. Alright. Cool. But yep, plants will come on the conveyor belt, and I can plop them down. And I don't actually want to speed things up right now. So I'm gonna let's put blockers here. I really want to destroy this, because I can have a line of blockers here. Now, Boomerang... Alright, I'm gonna put this here, because that's where the zombies are. Boomerangs shoot a shot that can hit 3 different targets. So, again, they have a challenge in a stage, which is these gravestones, and then they have specific plants that deal with that challenge. So it essentially ignores at least 2 gravestones and then can hit a target behind it. Very useful. Definitely gonna utilize it. Let's put you here, and you... Oh, God. Well, I don't have anyone defending that place, so that ain't great. If anyone gets by too fast, though, I can just bust a cabbage pulp plant food, because I got that. And actually, let's do that anyway, right now. Because it also hits gravestones. I want to get rid of those gravestones. Also, I'm going to get another plant food, so I'm not that worried about being left vulnerable. Spadow. So we just got 1 straggler on the bottom. Looks like there's only going to be 1 massive wave also. We're still on the easy stages, like anyone can just beat, without any help from any type of premium, anything. But oh boy, will it get harder. Will it ever get harder? There are still stages after all this time that I haven't beaten without extreme amounts of premium currency. And I remember when I was going to originally record this, I had like rules I was going to follow. I don't remember what those rules are. I think but I'm talking about things that haven't been introduced into the game yet. You just ignore me! Alright, I got 3 of these. I think it's finally time to show the power of the boomerang, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for it. Now! Shoots a bunch of boomerangs in front of it, and up and down. The up and down fact gives it some additional utility that other plants don't have. Actually, why don't you just activate now? Wapow! That'll be for these jerks that think they can just sneak through on me. Right, final wave. You guys are going nowhere. Now here's the thing I like to do with the boomerang thing. Put it really far in, then use a plant food. Wham! It's an entire wave of them. Also, the zombie that's on, like, eating it, gets hit, like, 4 times. They get hit by the ones going forward and backwards, so they take massive amounts of damage. Which I am fine with. Spadow to you! Oh, here we go. I'm gonna do at least one other stage to show what I've been crowing about and see how difficult it is to actually pull these off on the emulator. Alright, use only in a jam. Do not use if quality seal is broken. It's Dave's jar of preserved powers. You have some power-ups. I'll show you how to use them. Yeah! And now we can break the seal! Let's get crazy! So snow power is probably going to be easy for me to use here, because it just involves clicking and dragging. Also, one of the most useful powers against... Well, it's good against everything, really. I guess that's why it's the most useful. But you just hold it, you shoot it, zombies die. These can also be bought with money. So, this one might be harder to do. Let's see here. So you flick it once, and then you flick it again. Flick, flick. Alright, maybe that won't be so hard. Then Power Zap, my least favorite one. I don't actually, it's just not very good, unless I've, like, misunderstood how to use it all these years. Like, just against bigger targets, it's not that great. But, like, the ice, like, look at this. Not only does it kill most little zombies instantly, it even freezes bigger zombies. But if you have really annoying bigger zombies, good to use the flick, because instant death. And usually, see, yeah, this is gonna be harder. Because usually you just select it and flick your finger madly. Yeah, I'm not, because you have to link it up, so, ugh. Like, if I was on a tablet right now, which God, I wish I could just record this on a tablet. But, I could have gotten rid of every single zombie on the screen, I'm not kidding, with this. Like, right now, every zombie would be gone, that's how fast I'm able to flick it. But it's just not really possible with the mouse, so let's switch to this. So that actually is gonna alter my play strategy, unfortunately. Yeah. We got this. Yeah, it's just not as good. Not as good. Let's try to flick him. Yeah. Definitely the big guys. Alright, the other guys... Oh, wait, no, you're here. But even look how fast that Buckethead died by the ice. Like, even the Buckethead dies pretty fast from this. Hut. Ha! 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 Goodbye. And a zappy, 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 zappy. So that's that. Any stage can be beaten by using money to deploy those powers, in addition to plant food. So no matter how hard it gets, just spend a week saving up gold and you'll be golden. Did I mention this game is free for tablet devices? It is not released on computer, but if you have an Android or an iPhone or an iPad, you can get it. But that's why they had to add all these weird things that cost actual money, like you buying actual coins that you can earn in-game, but you can also buy them for a bunch of money. And there's also certain perks and plants that you can only buy for money. Anyway, I think this is, no, I don't want to look at the pinatas, Dave. I want to end the episode. Oh, they're giving me free pinatas, though. I guess I'll open them. So these cost gems. These are things that can only be bought with gems. Alright, that's to level up that. Very nice. And wow, what is that going to do when it's leveled up? I can't even imagine. The Grave Buster, it destroys graves just like in the first game. Alright, there are also daily quests. Every single day there's a daily quest. And you can complete it by clicking on this. I might show them, I might not. But they give you different prizes like gems, like coins, and even outfits for your plants, because there are outfits for your plants now. So those are worth doing. And if you do them 5 days in a row, you can't miss a day, then you get the Mega Pinata to get a Mega Reward. But yeah, tell me what you think. I'm assuming most people want to see me do more of this, but tell me if you're interested in seeing like Pinata parties. That'll make it so it's harder for me to get through the game. Tell me if you're interested in me trying to beat it without premium stuff that I'll be slowly earning through playing. I probably won't have a choice but to do that eventually anyway, because it's hard to earn. But yeah, I think this went pretty well recording-wise, so I'm looking forward to doing the rest of the game finally after all this time. I am CrossKnights. Thank you very much for watching. Later.